Certainly, we need new leadership in town, and one of the guys I've got my eye on is Scott Walker.
He certainly sounded great on our radio program last week.
He was great last week. I really thought he was great.
Yes, he was.
And you know what? He if you like Donald Trump because he doesn't back down from his statements. Here's another guy who really doesn't back down from his. He didn't back down from any of the fights in Wisconsin, and they were tough ones, man. You got the union money from all over the country pouring in to defeat him, not once but 3 times, and he beat it back every single time.
And he doesn't seem to be backing off any of the so-called tough questions now either.
No. Take a look at this when he's confronted by an illegal immigrant who has an interesting question for him.
Back to my question. Why are you trying to break my family apart?
Oh, my God.
How are you trying to break my family apart?
30 seconds to answer your question.
Okay.
The question you asked initially was why am I blocking it? My point was I'm not blocking. I'm having. I don't have to do with the federal government.
Let me answer.
I'm going to answer it. Sorry. I said for us, we're a nation of laws. And unfortunately, the president last year, after saying 22 times before last year that he couldn't make the law up himself, he said he wasn't the emperor, he said he was the president of the United States, and he said he couldn't change the law. He decided to change the law, even though the courts have now said he can't do that. So my point is you got to follow the law, follow the process. I completely sympathize with the situation you're all in, and others are.
So that's why you want to separate their family?
Oh, my God.
I appreciate the chance to actually talk to them and not just others in the media. But my point is,
he's not in the media.
To me, that's exactly why I think we need to go forward with putting in place a logical system. No man or woman is above the law. That's the beauty of America. No man or woman can do something on their own, whether it's the president or anybody else. They don't get the right to make the law when there's a process of going through Congress. The president had the opportunity to do it for the first 2 years when his party controlled everything. He did not do that.
Okay, so he stands up.
Yes, he does.
Okay, he's set up here.
Big time.
Walking down the street, set up.
Why do you want to break up my family?
With this nice-looking illegal immigrant family. The husband looks totally great. The wife, and they got the son there, and they just all happen to be there at this Scott Walker event. And gosh, we just happen to be in the way as he's walking down the street with a ton of media. Let's ask him why he wants to break up our family, which of course he doesn't. And the answer is, look, I don't have that ability to break up your family. You're the ones to decide whether or not your family's broken up. You got yourself into this mess. You decide whether or not your family breaks up.
So that's why you want to break up his family?
And that's what you do.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't matter what you say. You get some douche over there on a cell phone that's, so that's why you want to break up their family? Yeah. No, you little turd. That's not why I'm trying to break up their family. It's because I hate all immigrants. That's why I'm trying to break up their family, all right?
Excuse me.
He's not trying to break up their family, and Scott Walker did not get him across the border illegally.
No.
He did that. How about a little personal responsibility? Are we ever going to talk about that in this nation? Are we ever going to talk about the fact that you got your family into this, not me? I'm not the one breaking up your family. You're breaking up your family because of your choices. And if you want to keep your family together and you get deported, take them with you.
Yeah, nobody said they have to stay here.
No one said they must stay while you have to go.
That's a great point. That's a great
How is it possible nobody ever makes it? You don't have to leave your family here.
That should be an answer every time.
Every time. Every time. And nobody has the balls, I guess, to say it.
Nobody says that ever.
It's up to you whether or not your family breaks up. Take them with you. Take them with you.
Since you broke our law, and we're enforcing our law, take them with you.
And look, we'll even pay for the return trip of your family to keep them together. Okay?
That's how we care about your family.
Yeah.
Being together. We do care about your family being together.
Here's another thing. American citizens don't get to stand there and scream at politicians when they've committed a crime and they're going to prison and they're being taken from their family. And I don't get to see, if I go out and commit a felony today and politicians are walking by, hey, how come you're going to break up my family by sending me to jail? Nobody's going to buy that argument.
You broke a law. You broke a law. You're a felon.
So, yeah, is that why you want to break up my family? Just because I broke the law? Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that to American citizens. We don't give a rat's ass. We won't do it to illegal aliens. And you're going to say, well, that's not a felony to just come across the border illegally. How about tax evasion? That is. How about identity theft? That is. You're committing one of those two, if not both. And I'm sorry, that's just the law. And if we're not going to have a nation of laws, we're not going to have a nation. So that's agonizing stuff. At least he stood up to it. I mean, Walker was pretty good, but I just wish he'd bring it to personal responsibility. You made this choice, sir. I didn't do that for you. You made the choice to come illegally. Now you're going to have to pay the consequences. Now, if you want to take your family with you, you're not going to break up your family. Go ahead and have a great life back in Mexico.
Right.
Enough said. Or from wherever you came. Colombia, Brazil, I don't know. I don't know where you're from. But if you're here illegally, go back. Take your family with you. We haven't broken up your family. In fact, we kept them together.
And if you want to try to come back legally, I'm all for it.
Bless your heart. I'm all for that. And in fact, I'm going to make that easier. It'd be a great answer.
Yes.
It'd be a great answer.
In fact, I'm going to make it easier.
Yeah.
Now you'll have to go through jump through a few hoops. You won't have to just cross the river.
But you know what? In what nation can you immigrate to and you don't have to jump through hoops? I'm sure your nation has laws, right? Can you tell me about Mexico's laws?
Or what
No,
nation are you from?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me about those laws?
That's all. It's not hard, and everybody makes it so hard.
They sure do, because they're afraid to step in it instead of just saying that.
They're just afraid to say the absolute truth. So Jose lives here illegally with his wife and 4 children, one of whom we saw there in that setup video. He fears being deported and separated from his family. So, and it's not like Scott Walker can oppose Barack Obama's policy of non-deportation anyway. He can't. He's got nothing to say about that till he gets to the presidency. But it wasn't enough that he got confronted about illegal immigration, and that's totally fair. It was kind of unfair the way he was set up there with an illegal immigrant family. But Dana Bash on CNN just drilled him on gay issues. So he didn't say anything incendiary on the Boy Scouts. So then she goes to, is it a choice? Watch this. This is unbelievable.
Do you think that being gay is a choice?
Oh, I mean, I think that's not even an issue for me to be involved in. The bottom line is I'm going to stand up and work hard for every American, regardless of who they are, no matter where they come from, no matter what their background. I'm going to fight for people, and no matter whether they vote for me or not.
To act on behalf of people is to do that properly. You have to understand, or at least have an opinion on who they are and where they're coming from.
No, you
don't. But again, I think in the end you don't. No, I don't have an opinion on every single issue out there. I mean, to me,
Good for him for not accepting the false
I don't know
premise.
the answer to that question. So I'm saying that from an opinion standpoint, I don't know what the answer to that is. And again, I'm going to spend my time focused on things that I do know what I can work on.
That's great. I don't know what the answer to that is. I don't either.
But Dana Bash?
I mean, nobody knows the answer for sure on that. Nobody knows. It's a great answer. This guy's pretty good. He was also confronted. Do we have the scout leader thing? Here's what he said about the Boy Scouts and the.
Earlier this week, you said that the Boy Scouts of America should keep its ban on gay leaders because the policy protected children and advanced Scout values, and then your campaign clarified to say that it was really protecting the Scouts from the political and media discussion about that.
Right.
I'm having trouble understanding that. What, at the end of the day, what is your position?
I'm not talking about personal protection. I'm talking about, for me, the reason why I didn't have a problem with it is I just think it pulls scouting into a whole larger political and cultural debate as opposed to just saying scouting is about camping and citizenship and merit badge service awards instead of pulling all these other issues out there.
Wasn't good enough for the
and I would just hope that they could stay focused. That's all.
So, but should there be a ban on allowing gay men to be scout leaders?
That's up to the people who run the Boy Scouts. One thing that people find unique, I guess, whether you like it or not, is I actually answer questions. People ask me a question, I'll answer a question.
But you're not really answering this one.
Sure, I said in this case, that's what I thought. I thought the policy was just fine.
Okay.
I'm saying when I was in Scouts, it was fine. But you're asking what should the policy be going forward? It should be left up to the leaders of the Scouts.
And why not?
Thank you.
Wait, since when does the President of the United States have to weigh in on the policies of the Boy Scouts?
Or any,
what do I care?
Or any group, but for that matter.
Right.
And if he does, he can say just what he said. But I disagree with that. I thought that they should have went the other direction. But it's their group. They get to do what they want.
But she's absolutely looking for the gotcha.
Oh, my gosh.
She's absolutely looking for somebody where you can tear him down now because of his policy on homosexuality. That's what she's desperately trying to get out of him.
games out of Boy Scouts.
But he didn't step in it. It's awesome.
No, he
just didn't go there, which is great. And he went there. He didn't go there in a great way. I thought that was awesome.
That was really good.
Meanwhile, on The Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon used some simultaneous video to show how apparently Scott Walker repeats the same joke using the very same sentence. Here's what he did.
Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker became the 15th Republican to announce his candidacy for president. Of course, like all candidates, he spends a lot of time talking about the budget and immigration. But there's something else that he always seems to talk about.
I went to Kohl's department stores near our house, and I bought something at the price it was marked at. So now I know over the years, if I'm going to go buy a shirt, it was $29.99. I go to the rack that says
And now it's
$19.99. I remember to get the flyer out that we got mailed at our house.
Where you get 15 or 20, or if you're really lucky,
30% off. Tonette usually is with, and she'll reach into her purse and pull out some of that Kohl's cash. And next thing you know, they're paying me to buy the shirt.
That's great.
That's really funny.
That's a nice job. I mean, Fallon's pretty creative.
That's pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
And that's not really a slam on Scott Walker.
No, I mean, they all do that. And it's kind of a slam because, you know, he chose Scott Walker to do that with it. Every politician does that.
I mean, we've done that with Barack Obama.
Oh, my gosh.
Saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over
and over.
Yes.
It just happens to be that Coles joke. And it's actually true.
Correct.
Coles does that very thing. And I've made that same observation with my wife. Because, first of all, Kohl's marks things up like, okay, you can get a $1,000 bracelet. This bracelet is $1,000, despite the fact that it's 2 pieces of glass and a plastic chain.
If you've paid full price for something at Kohl's, something is wrong.
Yeah, you're out of your mind.
Something is wrong.
You've never shopped at Kohl's,
yes,
for one thing. So they'll have it at $1,000, and then they'll mark it down to $250. You'll think, holy crap! That's like 75% off. Then you use your Kohl's cash and your Kohl's card.
Right.
And pretty soon you got it for like $1.95, and you think you saved $998.
And you know, I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but if you're, I know this, I saw this card was in your name. If your wife signs up for one today, I'll get you another 30% off.
Yes.
She doesn't. You don't have to get it. I shouldn't tell you.
And they're still making a 90% profit at $1.95. That's the secret nobody says about Kohl's, but that's the deal.
And good for them.
Yeah, good.
I mean, that's their business.
And a funny bit by Jim.
Yes, absolutely.
It's just kind of fun. 888-727-BECK. More Pat and Stu with Jeffy. Hey, come on.